My name is Nelson. I am Chief Strategy Officer at Lightnode Ventures. We're an advisory firm focusing on investor relations, business development, and strategy. And we're very excited to be here and really helping the Bitcoin mining space. So I think to start, if you guys can do a short intro, and then we could get started on the topic.
I'm Peter Peng, the founder and CEO of a protocol called GPT Protocol. What we do is we connect open source AI developers with low cost computing power. And we do that through incentivizing AI miners in the form of operators and workers in order to create a grid computing system to process large language models and other really high compute intensive AI models that can then be crowdsourced. Because today a lot of it is kind of bubbles up to the top where you have open AIs, Anthropics, things like that, but this starts to democratize that as well.
Hey guys, I wanted to say my name is Peter Peng. It's Peter Saddington, but I so desperately wanted to say Peter Peng. I don't know, it's the autism. But my name is Peter Saddington. I'm a venture capitalist. I'm really happy that Corey has invited me back second time to speak at this conference. This is great. We've deployed over $16 million over the last couple of years into economically efficient Bitcoin mining facilities, as well as AI and big data. So glad to be here and willing to help out.
Great. So first question to start, what are the potential synergies between AI and blockchain that could drive innovations in sustainable energy practices?
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and kind of speak on that. I think that, it's a Bitcoin Energy Summit, but I also think that, Bitcoin itself really represents the entire capital market of tokenization, right? Our protocol is actually built on Ethereum, and it's a L1, and then there's an L2 that's bridged through Polygon because there's something called validiums, which allow for using ZK proofs for off-chain data processing of AI. So we need a really high throughput, high compute blockchain to start to move into like the enterprise, right? Because especially post, BlackRock, and the Bitcoin ETF, we're going to start to see more institutions start to move into the space. So it's going to require a lot more compute power. When I look at AI, I'd really look at the ability for it to, I really look at the ability for, with our protocol, what we do is we pre-mine the tokens and use the same paradigm as Bitcoin to release them on a emission schedule, right? So what we do take is, the high compute power and energy intensive power to mine tokens and really offload that into and transition that into AI compute power, if that makes sense, because just mining block space doesn't provide enough value when it comes to powering AI technology. So being able to incentivize the massive compute power of AI is going to really have to we're really gonna have to rethink how we use energy in the future, right? So I think with this next kind of iteration of the internet, which is Web 4, which is the internet of AI, we're going to start to see AI compute power become some of the most valuable resources out there. So that's how I look at it.
I can answer the question. I have some notes from I'll tell a story. Every single year on my newsletter, on my blog, I do an end of year review. And this last year, 2023, I did a year-end review. I posted the video in January of this year, and it was my entire experience of deep diving into AI. And if you watch that video, you'll see that I'm on average spending about 2.5 hours a day leveraging AI. So my first question to all of you is, how many of you are using AI today right now? We need to pump those numbers up. The reason, and there's a common meme, there's a common trope that creates anxiety in the market. And this anxiety around AI is people will say something to the effect of, AI is going to replace you. No, sir, no, ma'am. That's not going to be true. A very sophisticated human using AI will replace you. And so you want to be that individual. Now, one of the things that I'm extremely excited about, and something that I've researched so much the last 24 months of AI exploding into the marketplace, is big data. Now, mining is essentially big data. When it comes to AI, it's all data models. It's large language models. It's massive amounts of data, which requires massive amounts of compute. If you think about it, Bitcoin mining, big data, and big compute are all part of the same piece of cloth. And so the question is how can we leverage AI, which is a powerful algorithmic tool to solve problems and to improve technology, improve lifestyles, improve workflow, etc. But the output of AI is massive amounts of data, which also can be leveraged when it comes to Bitcoin mining. So how can the thing that I'm curious about is the intersection of big data, AI, and renewable energy sources so that we can support the AI initiatives moving forward. So I think Bitcoin mining is going to be a huge beneficiary of the knowledge and the learnings that operators and entrepreneurs are diving into AI. I think we're going to find some really economic efficient opportunities out there.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. And I think even Sam Altman from OpenAI, he's trying to raise $7 trillion just to power future compute systems. But I think if you have and create an incentivized network for